Hi friends, my name is Madison and welcome back to Seeking Life, a channel dedicated to exploring and adventuring to find a life worth living. One of these days I'll get that right on the first try. Today I just wanted to come out here to this little park. It's right next to Cacti Park, which is home to the Washington Nationals and I think the Houston Astros baseball team spring training or whatever. There's a small little park over here. Today I basically just wanted to give an update on 1 week after quitting my job. So we're gonna just take a stroll around here. I'll show you the views and I'll explain how I feel 1 week after quitting. So it has officially been 1 week since I have quit my job. Last Sunday was my last day. It was a really good last day. I really loved my coworkers. I loved my customers. It was just the job itself that was burning me out. And at this point, I already do miss the human interactions I was getting all the time, because that's like the main thing I miss, is getting to hang out with people and seeing people and doing something different sort of almost every day, because my interactions were always different. The job itself was mostly the same all the time. I guess that building there is one of the stadiums they play in for spring training. I can see a couple inflatable or something they put out here for the teams, and I was right, it is the Astros and the Nationals. So and of course, as always, there's always alligators possible in the water, which it took us a whole 10 months to find, which is one of the awesome things I was going to talk about. So besides the fact that I miss some aspects of being at work, I have gotten to do so many awesome things this past week. Like, I was able to go and see gators in the wild for the very first time last week. And I saw manatees in the wild for the first time last week. I visited all kinds of different parks that I didn't visit before, and that is a big old bird. There's got to be some sort of vulture. I'm going to try and go a little bit closer and see if I can show you all these signs they've erected, or if they've always been here, I don't know. But look at that massive bird. That's got to be some sort of vulture. You are huge, my friend. I'm not trying to take your meal from you. I'm just going to leave you alone, okay? So yeah, this parking lot here, there's some hedges. You can't really see what's going on the other side. But I just wanted to see if I could show y'all. I mean, that's convenient. There's a step stool right here. That's funny. Not that I need one, but right there you can see the Astros logo. And right here you can see Washington Nationals logo. And it has the World Champions next to it. I don't know if they won the World Championship last year. I'm not sure. Probably. But yeah, so I guess they play ball right here, which is really cool. Interesting. I completely forgot you were back there, vulture. But yeah, so the main time I really start to even notice that I don't have a job is at night, when I have way too much time to consume YouTube, and then I run out of stuff to watch, and then I get really bored, and I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do with myself now? So that's about the time that I'm really definitely noticing it, is when I'm not at work, or excuse me, when it's later in the day, and there's nothing to do, and I'm just sitting there like, okay, I start brainstorming ideas, I start researching things, and I still don't really know how I'm gonna make this whole trip happen. All I know is the Creator told me to have faith and to take this leap of faith, and I will be taken care of. So even though I'm afraid, I'm still going to do it. I mean, I'm not about to put myself back into work and not be able to come out here and explore and adventure and enjoy life. Like, because life is not going to work all day and then having a few hours to yourself, and then, maybe having a day or two off a week. And even today, most people are working so many jobs all the time, they don't even have time to even stop and think about anything. I know where I was working, if they wanted to stop and reflect, there was really no time, because everybody was always burnt out. So I can assume that I'm not the only one who feels this way, and because I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, I'm not alone. And gotta love how every bench I come across somewhere to sit, there's always bird poop on it. But I do find it fascinating that this park doesn't have any bars on the benches. And this one's easily accessible from the road. See? Guess we'll sit right here for a moment. As long as we don't lean back, we're fine. So yes, we're still figuring things out, and when I say we, I mean myself and Buddy. He's not really part of the planning process, but still trying to figure things out, still trying to figure out how we're going to even get a tent. I'm going to be selling some of my Pokemon cards hopefully next week at a card show, and hopefully that'll give me the money I need to get started, at least, because right now I've got a little bit of money that comes in every month from my time in the military, and other than that, that goes mostly to bills, so I don't really have any extra with that. So with what I do have extra on that, I will be driving and feeding myself and Buddy, and other than that, I don't know. It's just it's kind of a mystery to how things are going to go. Like, I don't really know if I can I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things where I'm like just following what I feel the call in my soul is, and I'm ready to just act on that. And sometimes I get afraid, but I also know that my faith is stronger than anything it's unbreakable. So I know that if I set my full mind to this, if I set my full intentions on this, that, everything's just going to keep getting better and better and better, and I'll be provided for more and more and more, from all kinds of different avenues and all kinds of different ways. And, who even really knows? Like, I could be monetized on this channel next month and not even know it today. You know what I mean? Like, there is going to be a way that I'm provided for. I just don't know what that way is yet. So, I could, who knows? Someone could win the lottery and be like, here, Madison, here's $20,000. I'd be like, sweet. I don't know. There's all kinds of ways that something good could happen. And, I'm truly, truly excited about it. And I know that I couldn't allow these new energies, these new opportunities to come into my life if I didn't give up my old life, which was my miserable job, and the cool people that I met there. Unfortunately, in order to grow, you've got to let things go sometimes. You've got to, for example, if you've been in your hometown your whole life, you're going to be that same person your whole life. You're not going to change and grow. You're going to still be that same person because you're stuck in a stagnant place. Does that make sense? So when you move away from your hometown, that gives you the opportunity to grow and become a different person, see new things, do new things, find out new activities you like about yourself, and just better know yourself. And it's the same thing with what I'm doing. I left my old life behind, and I am now here to bridge the gap. I'm currently bridging the gap right now to between realities, if that makes sense. So from my 9-to-5 job reality, not that it was 9 to 5, but you know what I mean, to my freedom reality, it's just a small little gap. Timelines, they don't always magically switch overnight. Sometimes it takes time. And, there's unlimited amount of timelines in this world that we can switch to. And by doing this leap of faith, I feel like I'm truly stepping into my highest timeline, because for years I've been told by the Creator, I need to do this. I need to go out there. I need to live this new adventure, this life of traveling, this life of going from, all across America and meeting new people and learning new cultures around America and seeing how America really is today, as opposed to how other sources try to portray it. I want to show that our country is a lot better than what everyone wants us to believe. That's not, like the media and whatnot. Like, our country is a wonderful, beautiful country full of so many different landscapes, so many different climates, so many different cultures that, we can just come out here and, explore. And that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go explore the new cultures and the new, meet new people, do new activities. Like, I'd love to meet someone and go mudding or side-by-siding or, skiing or, boating or something. Like, I'd love to go do something crazy like that. But it takes getting out of your comfort zone, and it takes asking questions, and it takes actually being an extrovert and going out and talking to people, which I'm not always great at, but I do my best. So, I really, truly, fully believe things are going to get better. Right now, it's like, okay, full faith in the Creator, full faith in God, and we're going to get through this no matter what. And, it's been a week. I've gotten to do all kinds of awesome things already. I'm looking forward to doing more awesome things. Currently only have a half a tank of gas, so I can't really get very far. So I would love to go check out the Everglades and to go check out other places that are not like this part of South Florida, and I want to go see other parts of South Florida sometime between now and maybe mid-March. I'm not really entirely sure, but I know that my end goal is to be to my family for Easter, at least for right now. So that gives me like a month and a half right now. I'm not leaving where I'm at until the end of this month. So that gives me about 6 weeks to see where we're going to go, see how we're going to map it, see where I can stay that's pet friendly. Of course I'm trying to stay where it's warm and not where it's freezing cold or snowy. So I'm going to slowly make my way up to, I think I'm going to make my way to Chicago first for Route 66, or I might actually make my way down to Santa Monica first, so that way I can hit Chicago, and then when I'm done with Chicago, I can go to Maryland for a haunt that I really want to go to. I don't really go to haunts or do anything spooky anymore, but this one's been on my radar for about 4 years now, and it looks incredible. And I really, really want to take y'all there. I don't know if they'll let me film any of it, but I would like to at least take y'all there because I really want to go. It's called Markoff's Haunted Forest in Maryland. I know about it because of a guy named Kevin, I forgot his last name, Heimbeck, I think. Heimbeck, I don't know how to pronounce his name. But I learned of it from him, and I really, really want to go see it someday. So that is my intention, is to slowly make my way, film Route 66 for America's 250th, and, you know, see what else I can experience along the way. Because there's so much awesome stuff in this country, so much awesome stuff in this world, but we're so focused on working jobs that have really no meaning or give us no purpose or just drain the life out of us and create us to where we're basically just living zombies who only can work and sleep, and that's it, and consume. So it is my hope with this new channel, this new series, to help encourage others to go out and live their lives, find new activities, find new things that bring you joy, find new things that bring you positivity, find new things that bring you love in your life. And I don't just mean romantic love, I mean just kindness and caring and you know, someone who will be there for you, someone who, I don't know, just be that person and it'll come to you, I promise. You know, I'm the kindest person in the world, and I hardly ever have anyone be rude to me or anything like that. So you get what you put out. If you put out a positive energy, you'll get positive energy back. So that is my intention, is to put out positive energy on this channel, which I do in my everyday life anyway. You know, what you're seeing on this channel is basically me just, you know, I'm able to actually broadcast the positive signal instead of, you know, only being able to affect maybe 1 or 2 people at a time. So I hope you'll follow me on this journey, and I hope you'll continue to see where we wind up, because like I said, right now we're in South Florida, and the goal is to see as much of this country as we can this year. Starting as slowly as we can with a tent and with, you know, my regular car and my cat Buddy, because Buddy will never, he and I are attached. We're a package deal. It doesn't really matter. We're always going to be a package deal. So, yeah, so we are going to be heading out of this part of South Florida at the beginning of March, and we'll see where we go from there. But I do post daily, and I wanted to do today to just be more of a daily update. Tomorrow I'll be probably back in the swamp again, or who knows, maybe I'll be somewhere a little bit more populated. But I appreciate you watching. My name is Madison, this is Seeking Life, and we're going on adventures trying to find a life worth living. So if you can hit that like button, that'd be great. And if you'd subscribe and follow along and see where we wind up and how much God or the Creator has provided for us, then I'd love for you to follow along and join us. So a lot of times I do walk with me videos where we just walk around places that seem interesting to me. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. I love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day.